Hey, reader friends. Oh, excuse me. It's Mrs. Palin, the librarian, with today's book review. I just read When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Mohamed. This one was recognized just recently at the American Library Youth Media Awards. So, the people who vote for the Newbery and the Caldecott Awards, this one was recognized twice as the best audiobook, one of the best audiobooks, and a book recognizing the positive portrayal of people with disabilities. Omar is the older brother, Hassan is the younger brother. He also helped write this book. So this is based on a true story of his life, which is frightening that people go through this. But it is a graphic novel. So some of you may recognize Victoria Jameson's name. She wrote Roller Girl, which won a Newbery, which won some awards several years ago. This was troubling. It was beautifully written. It's the story of Omar and his brother Hassan, again, based on their true story. They are from the country of Somalia in Africa, and they were forced out of Africa because of violence. And these two young children have lost their parents. One, you'll find out. No spoiler alerts here. And they end up in this sea of refugees in a camp in the next country over in Kenya. Refugees are people who are forced from their country for some reason. They hope to get back. Some do, some never do. And in this case, the story starts where Omar and Hassan have been at the camp for 7 years. It's basically their home, but it's a tent where they have nothing. They're watched over by another refugee. It truly is heartbreaking to know that people around the world live like this. Millions and millions of people as refugees in places around the world. This one is in Africa. And their story of hope and the desire to get education to possibly get out of there and make something of themselves. If you know nothing about it, it will help you understand some parts of our world and the violence that happens. It's not a violent book, but the violence that happens in places and the impact that has on the people there. The story was one of family, even though they don't really have a family outside of one another. The camp becomes this everybody watches out for each other. It is moving and touching. I enjoyed it. I'm not a huge graphic novel fan, but it is a beautiful story of Omar's desire to help his brother with a disability, to protect him, but possibly find their mother, and what can they do to maybe get out of here. And education for Hassan proves to be the way to go. And I loved at the end, there are a couple of pages which talk about the author and the illustrator and how she met Omar and what he's doing now. Flash forward. It is worth the read, especially if you like to learn about history and the world and what's going on in the world. When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and co-written by Omar Mohamed. Keep reading, friends.